everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and we are back again on another Warp Tuesday, coming at you fully baked and cooked from a full day at Cedar Point. But I didn't want the day to end without coming at you with a little bit of, and there was a lot of news, and we're gonna stretch this out, and we're just gonna talk about one particular piece of news, which of it was interest to me, that came out from the San Diego Comic Con this weekend. And for me, it's toy news, right? I'm very excited to, anytime there's a new line announced, anything like that, it always gets me excited. I'm a big Star Trek toy collector, as you guys can see, obviously, here. So the new lines by the Nacelle company look awesome. Wave 1 is coming out, I think, next month sometime. And I've got that on pre-order, and that's gonna be awesome to open up and just get into. But they announced waves 3 and 4, so we can spend a little time talking about those here before I totally fade away for the rest of the evening here. I mean, look at me. I'm cooked. Anyway, incoming transmission from Starfleet Command here. The Nacelle Company invades San Diego Comic Con with some exciting news and some I found to be a little bit strange news. But let's get into it. So, Nacelle has kicked off the 2025 Comic Con with reveals, first off, of the paint masters for 2 of their Wave 2 figures, which I'm very excited for. Look at this. Year of Hell Janeway. Very cool looking. And then here's their announcement for Wave 3, which I thought was a little confusing because I kind of figured the point of this line was to do figures that had not had a figure before. Something different, something that's not been put out there. But here we have basically a full, the full bridge crew, right? From the original series here. And it says that they are going to be in their duty uniforms. Now, I did see they revealed the Uhura, and it did look fantastic. So at first I was like, well, I have 30 Spocks, I got 20 Kirks, I got 10 McCoys. You know what I'm saying? We have the cast, and we have them in multiple, versions. But maybe this new version in their duty uniform will be exciting. And then, of course, we are getting Christine Chapel, Janice Rand, and a surprise 2-pack. Surprise 2-packs are always fun. So, we'll see what comes of that. But Wave 4 is, I think, where it gets really exciting here. Check this out. First off, you've got a Ben Sisko. And I'm assuming they're going to do a Ben Sisko. There's different from the, I want to say there's maybe 5 or 6 Playmates Ben Siskos that they did. So hopefully a different Ben Sisko there. But we're getting Savick. We're getting Beverly Crusher from Sub Rosa. Now listen, that is a deep cut. That is what I was hoping that this line was going to be about mostly, right? This was a single episode, a single, some say bad episode, but it had its ups and downs, right? But the fact that they are doing this, she's going to come with the dang on ghost candle as an accessory too. I mean, that's fantastic. That's going to be fun. So we've got that. Let me see if we can do something here. We're going to make it a little bit bigger. Anyway, that's Nog. Anyway, we're here. Get rid of that. There we go. Bigger still? Yes, there we go, my friends. Now we can see. Anyway, Savick, Dr. Crusher, Data. All right, so we're getting another Data. That's fine. I don't have a Data in a sailor outfit. That'll be cool. David Marcus. That is a good one. That is something that you want to see. Okay, I'm not going to argue against getting another Picard toy. But for Pete's sake, I think that there is... Listen, I've covered this topic before. And someone correct me if I'm wrong. There are more versions of Jean-Luc Picard in toy form, different versions, than of any other created character in history. Someone come at me and tell me who else has more toys. I want to say now we're probably looking at maybe 50 different versions of Jean-Luc Picard that you can get in toy form. Right? That's a lot. Anyway, John Harriman. This is what this line is about right here. A John Harriman and then a Captain Proton, Tom Paris. Come on. Now, is the toy going to be black and white? I'm going to say yes, it is. The toy has to be in black and white. That would be so awesome. Anyway, Chekhov from Voyage Home when he's looking for the nuclear vessels. It's actually called the Nuclear Vessels Edition. And finally, finishing up with Hoshi Sato. That is a good lineup. That is a good lineup. So, I don't have Wave 2 up here now. Let me see. I don't think they talk about that here. But anyway, we will look at the... we do know that Nog and Janeway, that they revealed the two kind of full sculpts here. And the Nog looks awesome, too. I wonder if he's going to come with the... with, like, the cane, maybe? I don't know. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with these lines, right? So now we know we have 4 lines revealed, and we don't even have the first one yet in our hands. So to me, that is it's very promising, right? That means that we know that we're going to be getting at least, another, 40 Star Trek toys coming out. Not all of them are something that I'm going to have to get, but a lot of them are going to be ones that I'm going to want to get, especially when they're the ones that are just so, cool and interesting and unique, right? So that's what we're looking for, and that's what's fun. But that's not going to stop me from buying the 41st Picard, or the 32nd Spock, or the 22nd Kirk, however it is. So anyway, we're here to talk about them and look at them and have fun. And that's going to be it for tonight. That is the Warp Tuesday for the fully baked After Cedar Point edition of looking at some toys and having some fun. We are going to be back real soon because we have to talk about Strange New Worlds Episode 3, which I was going to do tonight, but we're going to put that off. We'll do that tomorrow. And we're going to talk about the Strange New Worlds preview puppet episode. Anybody? Come on. This show is crazy, right? Anyway, before I fall asleep at the wheel here, we're going to call it a day. Live long and prosper. My friends, we'll see you next time. Have a good night.